I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I have a plan with me. I'm going to do my November monthly layout. So let me explain a little bit about how I do it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. I write my family's schedule when we get a initial info on when things are happening. I write it on the year at a glance. You can see how crazy busy it is. Then I take this information and I will transfer it over to my monthly and perhaps fill in more detail. And of course, new stuff comes up each month. So the look ahead is really for like long-term things when we get school calendars and soccer calendars and things like that at the beginning of the year. I don't want to lose track of any of that. And then, appointments and things that you schedule months and months in advance, I put that here and then transfer it over to here. So I'm going to be working to get this organized for today. I'm going to use the Seasons of Color. I've pulled out the really big sticker book. I think it is so gorgeous. So I think I'm going to be using a little bit of this. And then I went ahead and pulled out the value pack sticker book as well to kind of mix in and use on this spread. So I will put you guys on fast forward. It looks like I'll probably pull out another sticker book or two that has some boxes because this is all decorative and I actually need some functional boxes as well. So I'll find some sticker books that work with that. I will link everything that I end up using down below so you can check those out if you're interested. Otherwise, let's go. All right, so when I'm working on my monthly layouts, I like to pick a focal point just to start with that'll kind of set the tone for the page. So I'm flipping through Seasons of Color to figure out which one I want to start with. And I'm going to go with the Joy Begins with Gratitude. The whole month of November, I'm doing a couple of different gratitude projects with Thanksgiving and everything. I figured it will be a perfect month to be focusing on gratitude. So I will just white out this little section right here, and then same thing with some of these lines because this is a big clear sticker, so I don't want the lines to show through. So I will kind of figure out where that will go, and I still see the number 7 through, so I'm going to try to figure out where best it'll fit. I had a little trouble making sure the whole word gratitude was going to be on there, and let me just white out the number 7 in that little line. No big deal. I'll still know what's happening that day and I still have room. I can figure out the number. And it goes slightly off the page, which is perfect because A, I like that look, and B, it gives me this little sticker that I can use on the other side of the spread. So I'm just going to kind of move this to the side while I decide what I want to put on the other side. So I'll just kind of put it on hold. I haven't used these sticker books a whole lot, the Seasons of Color. They are so gorgeous, but I have to flip through them a few times just to kind of get used to what the look is, where the colors are, that sort of thing. So I'm trying to flip through and see where some stickers are that will coordinate with this large sticker. And truthfully, it's a little bit difficult because so many of the stickers in the value pack are actually on white sticker paper. I found this beautiful quote that says, leaves are, leaves are falling, fall is coming. I think that's what it says. Yeah, leaves are falling, fall is calling. Sorry. So like I was saying, most of the stickers in the value pack are paper and the ones in the big pack are on clear. And you get some different color tones in the two. So mixing the two ended up being a little bit more tricky than I anticipated that it would. So I found another big clear sticker. I'm going to layer it over here, kind of bringing the same florals that are up in the left-hand corner down to this bottom right-hand corner to set the tone for this whole page. And again, I always use the pieces that I trim off on other parts of the page just so that you can kind of get the most out of these gorgeous, gorgeous stickers. And here is where I'm going to start pulling some of the paper ones. And you can see they just are not quite as vibrant. Love these little pumpkins. I think those are adorable. I'm going to try to figure out where I can put these. So like I said, not as vibrant. I don't think they layer quite the same. So I'll start with this dark one over here in the corner. Once it's on the page, the white border kind of disappears, so that's a nice touch because it kind of brings it out a little bit. I'll overlap, something I really like to do, especially on my monthly layouts, trim off this extra piece, and then at first I layer this right here, but then I realized it looks kind of awkward because I have the big wreath at the top, and it goes over the edge. So it doesn't really make sense why one would not go over the edge. So I'm just going to end up moving that in a little bit. You can see I'm pulling stickers, kind of auditioning them, figuring out if they look good in a certain place, and then moving them around, putting them back. It took a little bit of trial and error this time around with this particular monthly spread. All right, I went back to the bigger sticker book so that I could get some more clear stickers, and I love this one that says Fall Vibes. That one is from, oh, I'm sorry, that one's from the little sticker book. It kind of got confusing when I was going back and forth. So I think Fall Vibes, I'll end up putting it over on the side. This is where I'm like, that one doesn't work. I'm going to turn it and move it right here. And then you have kind of a little space to write over there. And then I will add Fall Vibes on the bottom right here. Again, just trimming off a little bit of the extra. And now I think I have a pretty good stage for the rest of my page because I have a lot of florals, a lot of different pieces here and there that kind of bring the colors around the page pretty well. So I think it's working pretty nicely. I'm going to flip through, see if there's anything else I want to add, finding another place to kind of stick that. And for now, I think that that's going to be pretty good. Eventually, I'm going to go grab some different stickers that I can use as some functional ones. Oh, forgot. There's another pumpkin. Of course, I want to include all the little pumpkins I can. I'll kind of nestle this one right here and trim that off as well. So the pumpkins also do a great job of setting the stage. Now a different sticker book. This is Jewel Tone Boxes. I originally pulled it because I thought I would use the copper, but it turns out I actually really like a lot of the pinks and purples that were included, and I think that they're picked up nicely in these florals. I use boxes all over my monthly spread, and I like for things to color coordinate. So for instance, if I have soccer games, I want them all to be on the same box. If I have soccer practices, I want them to be the same color on certain days. It's funny, we have so many repeating activities. November is kind of a different month because my kids are switching activities, at least the boys are. So baseball season is over and they will be starting 2 new activities, and that will be added onto our typical schedule. So this will actually evolve as the month gets closer. It will start to kind of come together a little bit more as I add in more to our schedule. This has to be functional. So it's probably going to end up being busier than the average monthly spread would look, especially those that really like to do this decorative monthly spread. But I do need it to have our schedule because I need to be able to refer to it throughout the month. So it ends up a lot of boxes, and that's okay. It doesn't bother me. And as the month goes on, I add stuff that's not in the boxes. I just fill in with pens, just like any planner would. But I like starting it off with this decorative piece. It does set a nice stage for the month. It feels great to kind of use it as a monthly overview when I'm getting it set up as I'm decorating, just to see how our month is kind of laid out. This really has me looking forward to Thanksgiving because I see that we're going to have a whole week off from all of the scheduled things for Thanksgiving. So that is pretty exciting as well. When I do this, it serves multiple purposes. So it definitely fills a creativity need because I love being creative and using these stickers in that way, but it also really helps me wrap my mind around what's about to happen in the upcoming month. Because the month does fill up pretty fast with all of these boxes, I won't end up adding any decorative elements in the middle, like in the main calendar part. We're going to stick with just boxes because I also know that there's going to be more that's coming in, and I don't want to fill it up too much with decorative pieces, which is why I kind of kept the decorative sections on the outside because I have a lot to write in the calendar in the middle. So filling it all in up to the week of Thanksgiving, and then for that week we will be traveling, and so I'm gonna mark that off. Sorry, just a couple more boxes. I'm referring over to my schedule on the side, trying to make sure I have everything covered, like a box for all the things. That'll be for scout meetings, and then of course we have more scout meetings the next week, so I will add that in. Kind of just a crazy family schedule, you might say. So the week of Thanksgiving we'll be traveling, so I don't need boxes that week, but I will mark that off with this kind of faux washi tape that you see right there in just a moment. I'll pull that out, marking one last little thing. Of course, there's always something to mark. All right. I'm adding that little remember this because that event for that box is actually supposed to be on Saturday where there's words, so that's okay. I'll be able to write it in. Using this little faux washi strip, but not the bright pink part because I don't really like that. It doesn't go. The dark purples and the light pink is what really comes with the florals. So filling that in there to mark kind of that travel period, and then I'll use the other little piece right here to do the same thing on the opposite side. And actually I use it to cover up the Thanksgiving day because I know when Thanksgiving is. I don't need it marked on the calendar. Splitting apart these two pieces, and then I'll kind of fuss with the washi tape just a little bit, trying to make it straight, and then the two washi tapes on either side don't match up, so then I decide to move the one on the left, move it down, just being a little extra fussy, but that's okay. And once that is done, now I'm trying to figure out what else I can add to this particular spread. I generally like to have an area over on that left-hand sidebar where I can kind of write some big goals or big to-dos for that month. So I'm kind of flipping through, looking for a box that I might be able to add. I don't want to do a double box. I find this kind of square box that I thought maybe that will work, but it's going to need some extra something to it. Going to need a little bit of embellishment. So I'm seeing, are there florals? Like I said, this one took me a little bit longer to come together than a typical monthly spread would, and I think it's just because I'm not used to these sticker books. They're newer and I haven't used them as much, but I just love, love, love the colors. I think they are so pretty, and they definitely scream fall. So I'm trying to figure out, I can put the box here, I gently put it down, but truthfully, I'm going to end up moving that box anyway. That box is not going to live there. I want a more bulleted list look, and so I do find a box in the jewel tone boxes that kind of goes with that deep purple. So that's what I will go with, adding a little bit of embellishment to it. And then we will call this monthly spread done. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. I will link all of the supplies down below. If you're interested in checking out any of these sticker books that I used, I'll have a link to the Happy Planner website so you can check those out. A heads up, that is an affiliate link. It does not cost you anymore, but it does go a long way towards supporting this channel. And I want to give a huge shout out to my Scrappy YouTube members. Thank you so much for all of your monthly support. If you are interested in becoming a Scrappy YouTube member or finding out about some of the perks that they receive, then you can click the join button, or there is also a link in the description box for this video to give you some more information. All right, I think that is going to be it. I hope that you have an absolutely fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.